Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of ZONOCraft Season 2. I've gotten round at last to the caving Q&A. You guys thought I'd forgotten about it, but oh no. I haven't forgotten about it. It just took me a while to get around to it. We're so busy on ZONOCraft at the moment. Got so many plans and projects going all at once. I just wanted to find a nice interjection in order to put it in. So, without further ado, oh, by the way, the video is being recorded at a different time as the audio, which is why, as you can see, I'm not controlling the Minecraft guy at this time. That's so I can concentrate on caving and concentrate on the questions and the answers without going, a creeper, every 10 seconds. And the Facecam. I thought I'd put a Facecam on for this episode. I don't usually do Facecams with ZONOCraft or any Xbox series because I sit in a different place. My webcam isn't set up in front of my couch, which is where I record the Xbox stuff on my other TV. I don't do it on the same TV. So that's probably one of the first questions is why don't you do Facecams on ZONOCraft? It's because the camera's not set up in that place. But anyway, let's get on with it. Oh yeah, and that's why the green is going to be behind me. It's not going to be like cut out like it normally is because it's not being recorded at the same time, so I can't get rid of it. So let's get on with it. First question from Jacob Evans. He says, what is your favourite TV series? He loves the BBC Sherlock Holmes drama. Ooh, Sherlock Holmes. I haven't seen that yet. I think I want to because I do like a good mystery. My favourite TV show, though, at the moment at least, has got to be Game of Thrones. It's been my favourite for a number of years now as the series has gone through. I just really like that show. It's got a lot of adult themes, especially in the first series. But after that, it sort of dumbs that down a little bit and becomes a really good story. I think the first series was a little bit over the top with some of the sort of adult themes in it. Anyway, Ali Zakaran, and I apologise if I butcher anybody's names. I don't mean to. Q&A. If you would make a country, what would the name be and the language? Ooh, the power that I would have. Okay, so it would have to be a name that has a lot of O's in it, and you'll see why, because it's to do with the language. So it'd have to be like Mabula Land, or something silly. Like, it's got to be a silly name. I ain't a serious guy, so it'd have to be a silly name. And the language is really easy, okay? It would be the English language, but with every vowel replaced with an O. Okay, so every word would be the same, but every vowel, instead of the A, E, I, and U, would all be replaced with O's. So what would that be like? Let's read the question like it. If you would make a country, what would the name be and the language? It would be so awesome to see everybody speaking like that. What is your favorite TV series? And you'd have to do it in that silly voice. I don't know about the name of the country. That's not quite my strong point. But being able to talk, replacing all the vowels with O's, you try it. Try it right now. Pause the video. Try saying something with all the O's. You always end up doing this voice. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. End of Films 1 says Q&A. AJ, if you join the military, what role would you pick and why? Medic or pilot, etc. Well, my fiance yesterday went to, well, we all went, but she had the opportunity. You know how I had my supercar driving day experience? Well, I got to drive the supercars around. Well, my fiance got to drive, for her experience day that she got for Christmas as well from my parents, a load of tanks. Like full-size working tanks. They were so awesome, so loud, so big. And that was really fun. And I think, like, driving the tank would be pretty cool. But the downside to that is that it's smelly and confined. And if you're claustrophobic, you're not going to be able to do it. I couldn't be a medic because I don't like blood. I'm not a fan of blood and needles and stuff like that. A pilot would be cool, but I'm afraid of heights, so it would have to be on the ground. And I couldn't do nothing in the Navy because it's water, and I'm not a huge fan of water either. I can swim. I'm not talking about, like, I get scared when I see a paddling pool or a swimming pool. I mean, like, the ocean, I'm not a fan of. I like being on solid ground. I like feeling secure, and in a boat you're wobbling about, and in the sky, well, there's a long way to fall, so I don't like flying, which is why I never have. So I don't really know. I think it would be really cool to work with the guns. I think I could repair the... Is that a role, like repairing the guns or making guns? That would be really cool. Like they get a gun in and it's broken, and I sort of replace parts of it and get it working again. That would be really cool if that's a role. I don't know. If you were going to make a... Oh, from Sensational Sam's says, if you were going to make a film, what would it be? Any film? Well, it would have to be a comedy. It would have to be a comedy film because I do like my comedy films. And it would be really cool to make an animated film like Disney sort of style stuff. I do like the animated, or not Disney, like Pixar, you know, like Toy Story style things, not, you know, Lion King and stuff like that. That's like a different type of animation. I like the 3D animation ones, you know, that sort of make you think it's almost real life. It's sort of more believable. I think it'd be funny to have like a turtle or a tortoise with a jetpack. Maybe he was born with a jetpack, like it was a freak, like Spider-Man. You know how Spider-Man was just pretty much in the wrong place. No, yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was like in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he got bit by the spider, and that gave him Spidey powers. Or the Hulk, he was sort of in the wrong place at the wrong time, at least in some of the stories, and he got hit with the big like radiation beam, didn't he? And that made him into the Hulk. Let's say there was a tortoise, and he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time in some sort of scientific area, because it's always in a scientific area, a museum or a science lab or something, isn't it? And he somehow walked in the way of an experiment and ended up fusing with a jetpack. And he doesn't know how to use it at first. And he thinks it's awesome because at last he can go fast. But he doesn't really know how to use it, and there's a lot of accidents, and he ends up flying through windows and flying into doors, and then he starts to gain control. This is going well. This is all off the top of my head, by the way. He starts to grasp the power, and he wants to make a uniform, a superhero costume, but tortoises and turtles don't really have opposable fingers and thumbs, so he couldn't sew. So he had to get someone to make him a tiny little costume. By the way, the tortoise or turtle can obviously speak English, by the way, so he can communicate with everybody around him. So they make him a little uniform. I don't know what it'd be called. I don't know, like I don't know. There's already one called Turbo, isn't it, with a snail? Yeah, that's already been done. I just remembered there was that one that came out like, I don't know, less than a year ago or something, called Turbo, and it's a snail and he's really fast. I suppose it's not been done in like a superhero way. I like the idea. I think it would be great. It would be a box office hit. It would be bigger than Harry Potter, that's for sure. We can have installments and comics and TV shows and merchandise. It would be amazing. Devin asks, if you could make any mob/block, what would it be? What would it look like? What are its abilities? And why did you choose that block or mob? Okay, so there's a few questions very similar to this, so I think I'm gonna go with, I think I've got like one for mob and one for block and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with block. But it's not going to... I'm going to do tool instead. I think it's still going to sort of answer the question. I want a tool in Minecraft. That's what I'm looking for. Because I really like putting detail into my builds. You know, I like putting stairs and slabs and fence posts and trapdoors all around the place. And I've always wanted more stairs. I think everybody always wants more stairs and more slabs. But every time that they add stairs and slabs, either it makes the game have too many blocks and you can never, you need more chests to sort them out and it causes a load of problems, or like smooth stone slabs. You've got the normal stone block, which is like that grey block. And then you've got the smooth stone slab, which is the same block but in slab variation, but it's a different colour. It's a really nice block, don't get me wrong. But it's not the same texture as its full block equivalent. So I want a tool, and I think a chisel would probably be best. And there are mods that do this, but it's not in the vanilla game. I would like a tool, let's call it a chisel, and you place down the block, and then if you hit it with the chisel once, it turns into a stair, and if you hit it with the chisel again, it turns into a slab. Now, the only problem that I can see with this is that it would be difficult to make it go in the stair direction that you would want. So, I've thought about it. If you placed a block and you hit the top with the chisel, you clicked it on the top, it would lower the block down to the half slab bottom half. And if you clicked it underneath, click, it would make a top half slab. And then for the stairs, that's pretty much the same thing, because in Minecraft, and I don't think I would want them, to be honest, you can't get stairs that sit like upright. Do you know what I mean? You've got stairs that like correct way upstairs and upside down stairs, but you can't get stairs like on the side. And although it would be cool, I think that would be way too much detail and way too much options for Minecraft. I would never get anything done. But if you hit the chisel like on the underside, it would make an upside down stair, and then depending on what sort of side you hit it on, it would take away that little chunk of block, that little quarter of block, making it the stair in the direction that you want. That's what I would want. If I could add like a new thing to the game, it would be a chisel tool to allow me to have stair. Then we can do it with wool, you can do it with clay, you can do it with any stone, and it's only one. As far as inventory goes, you'll be able to carry a lot more stuff around, because you wouldn't have to carry around cobblestone stairs, and cobblestone slabs. You would just have to carry around cobblestone and the chisel, and then you do it from there. It would be an awful lot easier to do, and a lot quicker to craft. You wouldn't have to craft them. I suppose it could get annoying if you were doing a big area. You'd have to place all the blocks down, which can take a long time, and then go all the way around again and chisel them in the right way. So maybe keep the option to craft stairs. So if you wanted to have a straight line of stairs, you could put stairs down straight away. But if you were doing like smaller parts, you could just like chisel the block. I think it'd be cool. It'd be really, really fun. And I would craft it with one stick and one piece of iron. I think that'd be cool. That'd be like a little handheld tool. Okay, next one. Crafting Toy Box asks, am I going to Minecon? And what, if any, is your least favourite series that you've done on your channel? Minecon. I've never been to a Minecon. I've never been to any convention, to be honest. Mostly, well, one reason really is I don't like big crowds of people. Sort of one of the reasons why I do YouTube is because I'm on my own. I know there's a big crowd of people watching or on YouTube and stuff like that, but I don't like a big crowd of people around me. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not like that egotistical kind of person that sort of needs attention and needs everybody around them. I like to meet people, but I don't like to be at a big event. It's not really my kind of thing. And then the other reason is I don't like flying, so I don't have a passport, which means when Minecons are in different countries, it's really not my... It's like two things that I don't like. It's big crowds and flying. Minecon was in London, which is only like 2 hours away from me. This year or last year, I can't remember now. Why am I flapping my hands about? I don't know. But again, it's just the socials, like the big event sort of style thing. It's not really my kind of thing. I much prefer a one-to-one feeling, like a Q&A feels like I'm talking directly to you, and you're asking questions directly back to me, and I really like that relationship rather than a bunch of people. It's a little bit overwhelming. Spencer asks, what new features would you like to see in the new update? Okay, so let's say that we've done that question. That we'll say the chisel is that question. So let's change that question to the block now. Then, if I could have any block in Minecraft, I think it would have to be. I think coconuts would be really cool. If I was going to do a single block and not a biome or anything, I think a coconut could be really cool. We could use jungle wood, let's say, for the palm tree. Because I'm only going to do one block. Because I could say the palm tree wood with palm tree logs, planks, and palm tree leaves. But let's say one block. So I'd use jungle wood for the palm tree stick. It would look very much like an acacia tree, I think. You know, with the bent trunk and then the sort of spread out leaves on the top. It looks, the acacia trees do look quite like palm trees. And then coconut blocks underneath. So you would... It would be really cool if they could do it. If you punched the tree, like you punched the wood, the coconut blocks would then fall. Like it would be like sand. So they're affected by gravity, like sand, gravel, and anvils. But they only update if you punch the tree, and then they'd all fall. Like 2 or 3 on each tree, 1, 2, or 3 on each tree. They fall down. They can hurt you like an anvil if they hit you on the head. You can, at first they're just a block. They're like a brown, furry-looking block. But then you can peel the block. I don't know how, but you can peel the block, and that would give you a different looking block, a more sort of whitey, creamy with a hint of green. You know, when you peel a coconut, you sort of get this sort of. It's not green, but it's like got a hint of green in it because it's like the skin of the coconut. So you peel that off, but it's like mostly white, but again it's sort of furry. So that's 2 different like blocks that you can use to build with. And then if you drop it, if you drop it onto stone, if you drop it onto grass, it would just fall like gravel. But if you drop it onto stone, it then splits into 2 half slabs. Yeah, like the coconuts. This is awesome. It splits up into 2 half slabs, which you can then pick up, and a bucket of milk, a wooden bucket. So it wouldn't give you an iron bucket because that would be like a really cheap way to like do iron farms. But if it gave you a wooden bucket filled with milk, and as soon as you drink the milk or use the milk, the bucket isn't reclaimed. So let's say currently if you make a cake in Minecraft, you use your bucket of milk, and when you make the cake, the bucket then pops out of the crafting table and you get the iron bucket back. If you used wooden buckets of milk, it would use up the wooden bucket, so you would never, you couldn't get it back. It wouldn't be a new like the wooden bucket wouldn't be a new item. But yeah, 2 half slabs, which can then be used for building with. And milk, and then I don't know. I don't know what else you could use it for. I mean, there's already a lot of uses because it's used with gravity. Do you know what I mean? It's like sand and gravel. It can hurt people. It wouldn't kill them like an anvil does. It would just like hurt them, like maybe take like 4 hearts off them, or 5 hearts, like half your health off you. But you've got like the brown block. You've got the white block, and then you've got the 2 half slab white block variants. So it sort of adds 3 new blocks, and then the wooden bucket filled with milk items. So that's 4 items from that one block. That would be a really cool thing. I might see if I can get someone smart to make that into a mod. I don't know people that can make mods. If you know anybody that can make a mod, let me know, and I might try and get in contact with them to make that. That would be an amazing... That's right off the top of my head. I do surprise myself sometimes. And I've done the Minecon one. I've done that one. Yeah. Chloe says, Q&A. What or who inspired you to build in Minecraft? Or just who inspires you as a person? And how did you first get into Minecraft, and when was it? Okay, the second part I can answer vaguely. I don't remember exactly when, But I do remember there was a couple of people I knew talking about Minecraft in alpha stage, like when Minecraft was sort of first released but not fully. It was sort of like a hidden thing on the internet, and I heard a couple of people speaking about it. And when I found out what it was, I was really not interested. They were like, well, you're like this player in a world where there's nothing to do, and there's like grass, and you punch the grass and you pick the blocks up. Everything's like squares, and it doesn't look realistic, and then you place the blocks down and rearrange them. And it was like, I think it was explained to me in such a dull and boring way that I really wasn't interested in it. And then I was sitting down on my couch one day, and I'm sure we've all had this experience where you're sitting down and you just don't know what to do. It's like you can't really be bothered to do anything. And I was on YouTube, and I was just sort of looking through, and I came across a Minecraft video called How to Survive and Thrive Episode 1. And it was by, who was it by? Oh man, it's going to annoy me, because you guys are going to know. Senior. So his name has Senior in it. Paul Saws, I think is it Paul Saws Senior? No, Paul Saws Junior. That's it. I think it's Paul Saws Junior. And he was this Minecraft guy at the time, probably one of the first Minecraft people ever to exist. In fact, I can guarantee that most of the Minecraft YouTubers that you see now and that have ever been about, most likely were taught by the same videos as that I saw, the How to Survive and Thrive. And it was in Minecraft, I think it was in beta still. And he had this, I still remember the seed, because I loaded up the same seed as him. It was obviously way back on PC, way before console was ever had Minecraft. And I still remember the seed with this hole in this cave, and you dig into the cave, and we got some coal, and the first night was crazy, and it blew my mind, like making the bed, and oh, that's how you make a bed, and it was really, really cool. And they slowly moved on to potions and sort of a wizard's tower to put it in, and then nether portals, and it was a really fun series of about 30 episodes, and I watched every single one. In fact, it was probably my first YouTube series that I ever watched, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, without him, I probably would never have got interested in Minecraft. I haven't seen his channel in ages. I should really go and check it out. I might do after this video. In fact, I might do right now, because it's the end of this Q&A. I do have some more questions, so it looks like I will be doing another Q&A video. I do have some more footage. We're not quite done with the caving yet, so maybe I'll do a second one. I think it went really well. I think you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It probably was my favorite caving Q&A, or any Q&A that I've ever done, because the questions were amazing, and I came up with some really cool answers. I think especially I really like the block, like the whole coconut block, and I really like the chisel, and I really like the turtle with the jetpack, even though it might have sort of already been done. It'll be funny anyway. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. I shall be doing another caving Q&A, and I might even do it right now. I might even just record the next one straight away. We shall see you then. Bye!